Gotta wait for it to do its thing. Tell me it's recording. Come on, bitch. Tell me it's recording.
Says
Come
me. It
on.
says it's recording right now.
Yeah, for y'all it does, but it's the fucking shit has not actually kicked in on my side. It's
You better
I like
boot
I
up
couldn't
some more.
even stop.
You need
I
to put
couldn't
some
even
more RAM in
stop the
that computer.
recording right now. All right, there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your favorites weekly sports show. It is, of course, ITC Sportsball with no longer your resident Monopoly champion, Jerome Span. I got cheated. I got screwed. Monopoly fucked me. Okay? Yeah, it fucked me. I should have still been the champion. But regardless, I am your man, Jerome Span. And of course, we have got a man who is hiding in a deep depression because of how his Cowboys performed and how that game ended. We've got the one and only, the legendary, the hot take master.
Greetings. This week has been very rough for me, and I would like all of our listeners to extend some good vibes my way as I've been going through anguish and looking at all these memes. It's been a very rough week. Been going through it.
Oh, God. And of course, we've got the resident troll of ITC. He is that man that gets up under your skin. That man, Darrell.
I like how you did not mention that I am the champ now. See, that's why the belt's here.
I figured I'd give you the opportunity to bask in your glory a little bit from the game, doing you every favor in the world, including fucking me over on free parking and giving it to you twice. So whatever, bro. I don't even want to hear it out of you.
Hey,
and plus, you would have lost. If it wasn't for Mase, you would have lost that game to me because you hit my one spot and then you came right around the corner. But because I had moved before then and Mase took all my damn money, you got to survive. And then what happened? You took everybody's money. Thanks, Mase.
I'm the bank.
It's not my fault. You were a made man because of me. I need my residuals.
Round 3 should happen. Round 3 should happen. That will settle it all.
All I know is round 3, I will win, guaranteed. And like, hey, I'm like Chuck, guaranteed, baby. I'm telling you right now, it will be a dub for your boy. But of course, we are back here to give you another week of sports takes and to go over the games that are going on this weekend. But of course, we have to start with some of the performances from last weekend. We might as well get right to it. Mase, what a Cowboy way for your team to lose the game. It was amazing to watch. Standing there watching it all happen. Literally the only thing I had to say when it was done was like, yep, that's about how the Cowboys should go out. That's what they do. So Mase, well, me and Darrell are sitting here enjoying this very much because we tried to tell you about getting drunk on that Cowboy Kool-Aid. How you feeling about the Cowboys?
I was down bad for a while, man, but I've learned to let go.
Oh, yeah? So, hey, Mase, let me ask you, how does it feel to know that Mike McCarthy is going to be returning as your head coach?
Tells it all, folks.
I hate it here.
Oh, man. So, for those who didn't see it, the Cowboys ended it in the most Cowboy way possible when they had 14 seconds left on the clock and they needed to try and get themselves down in position to do a Hail Mary. They ran a quarterback draw and were unable to get to the line before the clock ran out to snap the ball and get a spike off. Instead, they ended up snapping the ball, spiking it with no time left on the clock. Cowboys lose. It was amazing. So I have to ask Mase, all season long, you've harped on Mike McCarthy's time management skills entirely. You've talked about consistently how he doesn't seem to have a clue on what he's doing as far as time management goes. Would you say that this is the ultimate example of why Aaron Rodgers was like, F this guy? Uh-oh. Did Mase freeze?
Fourth quarter, I felt like he did well, like during that point in time. Like he called his timeouts when he was supposed to. He did everything right except for that last QB draw. If anything, if you do call that, you're telling Dak, bro, at most 5 yards. Get you another quick 5, maybe 8. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't tell this. I mean, he tried to. That was almost like a 12, 14-yard run before he decided to slide. You know what I'm saying? Like, that. I mean, if you are doing that, hey, bro, 5 to 10 max, get down. But yeah, I the way the Cowboys performed is just a reflection on the head coach, where you can't have. I think they had something like 10 pre-snap penalties from either encroachment or they had a 1 or 2 delay of games. It was just they had an illegal shift and a delay of game. I mean, it's just ridiculous, man.
But isn't that about what you expected out of the Cowboys, if we're being honest?
I mean, yeah, they're the most penalized team in the league. If it's not them, it's the Raiders. I know they're like they've been 1-2 all year, but they've been the most penalized team in the league all year, and they've somehow managed to overcome penalties and bad time management for the better part of the year, which make no mistake, I have called Mike McCarthy out on his time or lack of time management this entire year. I'm not just angry right now because they lost. Like, I've been saying that this man is trash all year.
So, Mase, when you finally got to feeling good about Randy Gregory, he did that.
I think he himself had like 5 penalties.
It was an ugly, ugly game for your entire team. That was pretty bad.
I mean, legitimately, the only bright spot was Michael Parsons. After that first drive, he pretty much locked in the rest of the game and made the plays he was supposed to make. So it's just completely ridiculous to sit here and be going through this right now.
Darrell, I know you watched the game. How do you end up feeling about that Cowboy performance that we got to see?
Put them to sleep. No more talk. The good old wars of the Cowboys and the Eagles. Loving it. They can both sit down for another year. Watch how the pros actually do it. Call it a day.
Disrespect around here, man.
I am so happy I don't have to hear about no darn Cowboys. Trust me. These Cowboy fans are toxic. I'm sorry. They're worse than Eagle fans. You know what? You're all in the same bracket. Y'all both in the same bracket. One moment they have hope, and then their dreams get crushed. The other one's like drunk and have hope. So it's all good. Hey, it's just like it. You know what? You should just put money on. You should put like your face on that one. You should put your face. Should put your face on that one. I'm sorry. I'm not going to give you memes. Y'all just you're looking like clowns like the Eagles. That's all. I'm not going to get on you. I'm not going to get on you. You know what? Cowboys had a better shot than them Eagles too. That's all I'm going to say. They had a better shot, but they did some dumb plays. You know, they can't pay the refs. You know, can't pay the refs. I'm sorry.
But while we're speaking about teams having utterly disappointing performances, we ain't letting you off the hook there, Darrell. Your team came out and got dog walked, buddy. I'm talking about come on, baby, sit, and y'all was like, yep. Mm-hmm. Darrell, what's up with your team, bro? Hey, isn't it kind of funny that me and Mase, we tried to warn you last week. We told you Mac Jones about to get his ass exposed, and what happened? Mac Jones got exposed.
I knew what I said. I knew what I said.
You see?
I knew what I said. I had hope, and then they just took a loss. A bad,
Oh,
not a loss.
Talking confident, baby. What you mean? Now it's just, I had hope. Before you was super confident.
You know what? In quotations, I said it was going to be back and forth, but
You so full of shit.
But
This is why I say that your ass can't say nothing to me about losing that one fucking bet with you. Because, nigga, you see that you be wrong and you be wrong, and then turn around and be like, well, see, technically, I had said, like, no, nigga, you wrong. Just admit it. You was wrong.
Hey, at least I gave your team credit and said they would keep it close.
Yeah, they didn't keep it close.
I at least thought that they would keep it close. They did not.
Hey, at least they didn't. At least they didn't have like 7. That's it.
I mean, might as well just said they had 7 with the amount of points they put up. Woo! Y'all boys got dog walks. I'm sorry. That shit was, I'm talking about, I turned that game on and had it turned off before halftime because I was like, oh, this shit's over. This is not even a question in my mind. They no coming back.
Buffalo scored on every offensive possession. Everyone.
5 touchdowns, man.
Uh-huh. Y'all had Josh Allen out there looking like his ass was legitimately Patrick Mahomes, nigga. He's just crazy. This is crazy.
Hey, y'all just booked his Hall of Fame ticket right there. He's fucking.
Hey, I didn't get no meme sent to me. I didn't get no hate for me. It's different.
Well, the thing is that Patriot fans, we got to have our laughs at y'all last year. You know what I'm saying? We got to have the laughs then as Tom Brady went on and won another Super Bowl and y'all didn't even make the playoffs, right? We got to have our laughs. So we didn't need to again this year. Well, boy, did it bring a big smile to my face to see that great white hype train hit the wall, baby. Oh, shit. Oh, man, all that Mac Jones talk we've been hearing all season. Oh, he's the best rookie quarterback out there. He's been so great. He's doing this for the Patriots. He's a big part of why they win. Mm-hmm. And he's the reason that they lost against the Bills and got dog walked, plain out simple. So all I got to say is, can we stop the Mac Jones hype now, please? Can we stop this shit? Please, please. I know y'all need another great white quarterback to hype up along with Josh Allen, but he ain't the one, bruh. He ain't the one. Hey, Mase, maybe it'll be Devin's guy, Spencer Rattler. Shit. Devin, I'm always gonna kill you for that one, brother. Yeah, because we tried to tell you, but you were steady sitting here. Nah, man, Spencer Rattler, he's good. Mm-hmm.
He looked like he still bite people, bro. He looked like somebody got a tap him on the forehead and be like, hey, bro, stop biting me, dog. Like he just, you know what I'm saying? He looks like he looks like he was the kid who was not just he had the leash. He was on a leash his whole life. He looked like one of them. He was that kid, 18 years old, going out to the mall still on a leash because he didn't know how to act right.
Accurate for sure. But yes, that was a hell of a playoff weekend to start there. But we'd be remiss without at least speaking about the performances of someone like Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs over the weekend. That Chiefs team looks like it is rolling again. They look like they've gotten it back together. At this point, they're probably my favorite to come out of the AFC, and it is strictly because when Josh Allen's on, he's what he was against New England. But when he's off, he's Josh Allen, back foot rolling opposite direction, throwing it up, double coverage to his fullback. Okay, so he still has that in him because we saw it over the course of the season. Hell, in their last regular season game, their last 2, really, we saw it. But sometimes Josh Allen just lose his damn mind.
Yeah, I saw a chart of Josh Allen's QBR over the last 2 years, and it's literally just a up and down. It's like a 100-point something this game, 80-something down here, 90-something here, maybe 112 here, back down to 70 something. Like he's very up and down. It's a trend. So if he was up, he'd probably be down.
Yeah, and that's my biggest thing with Josh Allen at this point is like I just can't fully trust what he's doing. I don't feel like he's actually going to consistently play at this level like that. I think that's the difference between him and Mahomes, right? Because they both have an outstanding amount of skill, right, and natural physical ability.
I think Ryan Clark called it arm swagger.
Yes, that's a great term for it. We see that they both have like those abilities to make all these throws, right? But what the difference primarily between them two is when Patrick starts off bad, you know he's going to rally and eventually get the team back in the game. And there's at the end of the game, it's probably going to come down to one possession, right? But with Josh Allen, it still feels like, hey, yo, if he plays bad, there ain't no rallying. That shit's just going to get worse. So I have real questions about if this team can consistently put it together week to week. I have to commend Buffalo, though, for building this team and this offense around him. Getting Stephon Diggs was one of the biggest things that they could have ever done to help his development as a quarterback. Having a dude, as me and Mase always tell you, that is basically always open, having a guy like that on your roster with a young quarterback will help his development consistently, and it will always raise the tides for all the guys around him because now guess what? The coverage always has to shift to Diggs. So now it has allowed guys like Cole Beasley and Dawson Knox to really come out and have more one-on-one opportunities and have more opportunities to catch the ball and make moves in space. So I think the Bills are going to, they're a very good team, but like I said, I just have questions and reservations on if they're going to be able to put this over on another team, back-to-back weeks. I just don't know if that's what they're able to do. And them playing the Chiefs, you're going to be put under a lot of pressure for that offense to consistently play great, right? You're going to be put under this pressure to where every time you don't score or you punt the ball, you feel like it's a big loss for you because you know that Kansas City offense is one play away from getting in the end zone. So all that being said, I think we're in for a great game, but I do have to touch on one thing here before we move on. So over this last week, right, we saw a team not particularly show up on Monday Night Football, right? And it was our first Monday night playoff game that we've had. And I have to say, what happened to the Cardinals remind me a lot of that video I sent y'all boys of that preacher, because boy, it looked like the Rams was just like, and the Cardinals was like, yeah, and he was like, and the Rams was again, they was like, and the Cardinals was like, yeah, and then my man, they just rubbed it all in their face, had them boys looking stupid, boy, so much to the degree that now you got people wondering, is that team actually any good? Darrell, do you think that the Cardinals are actually any good, or are they more like the fool that's standing there getting all that spit wiped all over his face?
Yeah. Don't remind me of that. Cardinals are bad. They were just good for bets in the beginning. They set out their blueprint. I was saying that blueprint for a while, like that. What can they do? Honestly, they need to do something because that was pitiful.
That offense is very dependent on the athleticism of Kyler Murray and the bail-out ability of DeAndre Hopkins. Because they didn't have a run game at the beginning of the year, and they definitely didn't have one at the end of the year.
Isn't it crazy to see how many touchdowns Connor scored for them, realizing that it really didn't have much of shit to actually do with them having a run game? It was just they'd get in these positions down in the red zone for big plays, and the only thing they could do was like, yo, Connor, you better get this 1 yard for us.
Well, it's the similarities between how teams figured out Cliff Kingsbury is the same way that I've said that teams figured out Kellen Moore. It was just they got a good game plan, but if that don't work, they got nothing else. It's hey, my boy, just go be an athlete and throw it up to DeAndre. But when he ain't there, their passing game was lacking. And I think they're better than they showed in the playoffs, but I don't think they're as good as that 10-0 start. Was it 10-0?
Yeah, I think it was like 10-0.
Yeah.
To be honest with you,
better.
I don't think they're better than what they showed us over the past 7-8 weeks. And the reason I say that is, hey, we both know DeAndre Hopkins is a walking bailout for quarterbacks. We watched him produce before Deshaun Watson ever got to Houston. We watched him produce with a bunch of no-name ass quarterbacks, right? A bunch of dudes where it was like, I would never want him on my team in his best season, okay? So I think they are exactly what they showed us, because without DeAndre Hopkins there to bail them out, they are nothing more than a spread offense that hopes that somebody breaks open. That's about it. I can't say that there's something else. Mase, can you honestly say, after watching them over the course of this season and how everything played out for them, that is a offense that is scaring you, saying they're going to have sustained success? Or is it just one where you're like, man, if we take away Hop, this whole game plan's over with?
Yeah, that's more or less what it is, man. It's DeAndre Hopkins as the bailout, and Kyler Murray. I mean, he did his fair share of let me run around. You can't catch me because I'm faster than you, and just kind of throw it up there like that. But like I said, they're not as good as the 10-0, but I have to think that the success that they had during the before their loss to Green Bay, I do think that is more or less than what we'll see next year, but more than what we'll see in this playoff loss. I do expect them to be. I mean, they got to be better than that, man. Kyler Murray is too good. Cliff Kingsbury has proven he can at least put a game plan together. Now, whether or not it's the right one for that game, whether or not it's the right one for that game, who knows? We won't know until the game actually starts. But if he does choose right in his game plan, we've seen that offense can be prolific. They can put up a lot of points. So I don't know. I'm interested to see how their offseason goes. I don't know. Maybe I don't know if they find some more weapons for Kyler, or they get some offensive line, get a running back. I don't know what they need to do, but the way that offense is currently rolling, it's not it.
Well, wouldn't it be fair? Everything you said, that it's a pretty fair assessment, but wouldn't it also be fair to say that their most pressing issue in the offseason is you have to figure out how to get a damn running game that can actually threaten teams? I mean, for goodness sake, the past 3 years, what have they ran at their running back position? They've had Duke Johnson at one point, right? James Conner, and what's his name? David Johnson.
Yeah.
Like, you've ran those three guys out there as your running backs. None of that is any good. None of those guys are even starter material at this point in the NFL. So I just don't get what Kingsbury's doing. I will say they better figure it out in this offseason, though. You cannot consistently ask your quarterback to drop back 40, 50 times a game and expect to win. You have to be able to present a threat of a running game, because guess what? When DeAndre Hopkins isn't there, if you have a running game, you at least now have the threat of play action. But if you don't even have a running game at all, if DeAndre Hopkins ain't there, your whole offense is fucked. So they better get it together. But speaking of people being fucked, okay? All right. We have to talk about this, plain out and simple. Mase, all the reports are coming out saying that Jalen Hurts is probably not going to end up being the Eagles starter next year, right? And a lot of people are going to try and use the game against the Buccaneers to maybe justify it, even though he actually played all right in the game. He had some bad throws that he missed on for sure. But comparing, when you're talking about what he's actually up against, it was a decent performance, right? Are the Eagles making a huge mistake potentially moving on from Jalen Hurts? How do you view it? I guess my question for you more says, how do you view it as a Cowboy fan? Do you look at it in a sense of, hey, if they keep Jalen Hurts, they got something? Or do you feel like, they're probably doing the right thing to move on from him?
I think they have something in Hurts, man. I mean, they took Rager like 2 spots before Justin Jefferson. So let's first talk about their capacity to build a team. So, I mean, they got it right with Devontae Smith, but look how many times they had to get it wrong before then. So you're not rolling out premium talent out there for Jalen Hurts. They're another team who seem to not want to put much stock into the running game. Miles Sanders is no slouch. Like I'm just straight up. That team is a lot better when Miles Sanders is getting his touches, whether you maybe some screens, maybe some, just handing it off to him, whatever the case may be. If Miles Sanders is touching the ball, it's a good thing for that team. So
hell, let's be honest. They didn't start running the ball until they had beat their heads so much against the wall trying to pass it that they were like, shit, we better start trying to do something. We better start using our quarterback skill set and stop bullshitting.
I mean, I think it's, as a Cowboys fan, I like the chaos that's going on with them. Just be real with you. I like to revel in other people's pain because my pain is deep. So, so if they do something stupid like move away from Jalen Hurts and go draft a guy and roll out the same offensive weapons, then hey, I'm excited. That's 2 dubs on our book.
So do you feel like that they should be getting more weapons around Hurst, or trying to build up the offensive line more to potentially get a running game going?
I mean, they have too much money in the offensive line. I think that they're in a very bad situation with their offensive line right now because they can't move away from any of those guys given the amount of money that they still owe them. So, I mean, at this point, you just got to roll out some more weapons. And you just got to hope for the best. Like, hey, bro, hopefully you got somebody that can win off the line consistently, man, because they can't just go out and retool that offensive line, given the fact that Jason Kelsey, Brooks, and Lane Johnson are taking a chunk of their salary still. So,
well, Darrell, I've seen you shaking your head that whole time. What is your thoughts on the Eagles? And I know, in fairness, let's be honest, you've been trolling the Eagles and their fans all season long. You've been clowning them every week. That's what you've been doing. But if we're taking a fair and honest look at the team, where do you think they should go from here?
I feel like you just keep what you have, because Eagles are like a deck of cards. They constantly shuffle every freaking year, blaming someone for their freaking losses every single time. Like, they just need to stick to something because they just don't. This is the MO. Something happens, keeps them from the playoffs, this, that, and the third. Keep what you have. Just because you lost to Tom Brady, no one's going to fault you for it. You don't bet against Brady. That's it. You face Brady. You're facing the GOAT of the NFL. Like, if they were facing like another freaking, what was it? If if they're facing another freaking quarterback with that much freaking experience, I wouldn't even fault myself for it. I'm like, you gave a good try, pat on the back. That's what that is. But
The Eagles
they
definitely
find
overachieved.
They did more than what they were projected to do. I would say, like, even if I was trolling and stuff, they were still doing something. It's not like they weren't doing anything the whole year. They're not giving you false hope. They were actually winning decent games. But at the same time,
if we're being honest, the Eagles way overshot what they should have done this year. Way. Like, that should have been they should have been in the win category. About the same as the Giants, if we're being honest. If we're just judging based off of looking at the roster and who's there, that's like a 4-win team, legitimately. But because they had someone like Jalen Hurts who was consistently making plays for them, and then Devontae Smith down the stretch making plays for them, right? They were able to win some games that they probably didn't have any business winning, if we're being honest. So I know we've kind of, you could probably say ITC Sportsball, some Jalen Hurts defenders, and that's cool. I'll ride with that title because I think you got to be foolish to not understand that is a guy that you can win with at quarterback. I ain't saying he's going to be top 5 quarterbacks in the league. That is not what I'm saying at all. But what I'm saying is that if you build your roster correctly, that is a guy that you can win consistently with and potentially win a Super Bowl with. I ain't saying he's going to be the primary factor. It may end up being something like how when other guys like Joe Flacco won the Super Bowl, right? To where, yeah, Flacco was on a heater, but that defense was on a damn heater too. That defense was out there smacking people in the damn mouth too. So I think the Eagles will be really, really foolish to move on from him or even waste any draft capital to try and move on from Hurts. Realistically, even if you brought in someone like Aaron Rodgers, like through free agency, your roster construction is not going to allow you to be much better than what you were this year. Your win-loss record probably ends up being right about the same because if we're being honest, Mase, I think you'll say this too, and you know this. That defense is boo.
I mean,
they don't stop nobody.
Darius Slay and a bunch of who is that and where did they come from?
him and Fletcher Cox, and then the rest of the dudes like, who are you? Wait, you made it to the league? It's a whole bunch of them. So I don't know. We'll see what happens there. But we have to pick this week's game, so we might as well get moving around the games here, and we'll start Bengals, Titans. Darrell, who you got?
Bengals. Got faith in them boys. You can do it.
All right. So Darrell believes in the Bengals. I like that. Mase, your face says that you do not believe in the Bengals. So Mase, Bengals, Bills, who you got?
I actually do have the Bengals here. I don't think Derrick Henry's going to have the impact that people believe he is. I mean, the dude has a metal plate in his foot, 5 screws, and then another plate on top of the shoe protecting the foot. Come on, man. This is why we tell we're always an advocate for players getting paid because they run out there on a prosthetic foot basically to play for your team to help you. Know what I'm saying, man? It's this is why we are always like, damn that, get your money. Don't take no hometown deals, don't take no discounts. Go get your money because people expect you to run through a wall even if you can't feel your body. Just run through the wall. Nobody cares. But as far as the game goes, man, the Bengals are just hot right now, man. I mean, you can't discredit a hot team, especially in like a one and done situation. So, the Titans defense has kind of been up and down. They've played better as the year's gone on, but honestly, man, I don't think that defense matches up well with what the Bengals can present them. They're gonna Tannehill's gonna see a lot of zone coverage in this game, and I don't think anybody believes in Ryan Tannehill as a passer. I mean, his passer rating is good, but he has Derrick Henry to pass the ball to. He had to hand the ball off to. Excuse me. He faces not that much coverage. Like the box is always stacked against him, so he has easy lines of sight to find open receivers, and I think the Bengals are going to give him a hard time, given that they are a heavy zone coverage team. I don't think Derrick Henry can carry the team on one foot.
So I agree with quite a lot of what you said there, but I'm actually going the other way. I'm going Titans, and this is my reason why. I don't disagree with what you and Darrell have both said. That Bengals team is going to put up some points. They are balling right now, but I think the difference is going to come down to is that the Titans are still going to be able to take the air out of the ball. Even without Derrick Henry, they have still had a running game that has been outrageously good. Outrageous. I mean, you're talking about guys back there that you don't even know who the hell they are running for over 100 yards for their offense. So they seem to have truly established themselves in a way like the 49ers have, which is that they are a team that is going to get running yards on you no matter what you do against them. They're going to get some yards on you. The reason I think the Titans win this game is one thing and one thing only. The Bengals only have 2 defensive tackles for this game. Their other defensive tackles are hurt. When you are facing a team that is that run heavy and your linebackers, first off, Mase, can you even name a linebacker on that team?
No.
Darrell, can you name one? Can you name a linebacker?
Nope.
Nope. I can't think of one. So when you're talking about already, your front four is really what's the strength. Like your front four and your secondary is the strength of your defense. Your linebackers are pretty much garbage. Now you're talking about you only got 2 defensive tackles playing against a team that is very run heavy. That's just not a good look, man. I know everything about what we've seen visually shows us, hey, the Bengals should win this game. But our football sense should tell us, wait a minute, these dudes got 2 defensive tackles against a team that likes to run the ball like that. Shit, that's a problem. So I'm going to have to go Titans by like 7 here. I don't even think it's going to be a blowout. I don't think it's going to be something outrageous. I think it's a close game. And the Titans just edge it out by being able to take the air out of the ball.
You're talking about having to spell your defensive tackles with your backup ends, and there's a reason guys play on the edge as opposed to the middle. They're usually quite light in the pants, and they don't like to get double teamed. I mean, there's a lot of reasons why a guy will refuse to play a 3 technique or a nose or whatever the case may be. But that does pose quite the problem. So we'll see. I think it'll be a close game regardless. I think it'll probably be one of the better games of this weekend. So
yeah, I think we all believe it's going to be a close game here. So we'll keep it moving here, though, to the other game that is today, 49ers and Packers. Look, me and Mase were right on the money when we told y'all Jimmy G was out here be trying to give the game away. That's exactly what he was doing last week. And I know that's what's got to be so angering for Cowboy fans like Calais and Mase, that you were watching Jimmy G try to give your team the game, and your team was like, nah, bruh, I'm good, bruh. I don't want it.
So my vacation already fucking booked. I'm trying to get
I got the golf clubs in the locker room, dog. I'm trying to go. You know what I'm saying? We hitting the Caymans, baby. I'm trying to ride. Let's go. Okay. So when you're dealing with that, gotta love them kids, boy. Gotta love them kids. But when you are, oh my God, that just completely destroyed my train. There, okay, bro. Let me get the train back on the tracks. I'm sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry. Every time Darrell's like, we get to hear that little the peep in the Darrell's like family over there going crazy as he's trying to relax in his room and record with this. It brings such a smile to my face. All I want to do is crack jokes, but I know I gotta keep the train moving right now. So, thank you, Mia. We appreciate you.
You're always welcome on the show.
Yes, anytime. But yeah, the 49ers last week, I think they ended up being very, very fortunate that the Cowboys just could not get out of their own way. All that being said, though, historically, this Niners team has owned Aaron Rodgers, and especially in the playoffs. And I know 2 of those losses came under the Harbaugh regime, but hey, that third one, that just happened in 2020. That wasn't long ago. This is basically the same San Francisco 49ers defense and same team for the most part, right? Except now you could argue that this team has more playmakers than they did then with the rise of Deebo Samuel, right? I am a 49ers fan this weekend, and I will be damned if I'm picking the devil, Mase. So I'm going Niners. Mase, who you got? Fuck that nigga, tough, Aaron Rodgers. Fuck that man. Fuck you, Aaron Rodgers.
This one's really tough, bro, because the 49ers, like I said, you can't really discredit a hot team in a one and done situation, man. And I might have said the Bengals were hot, but I don't think there was any team hotter than the 49ers heading into the playoffs. So they got Bosa back. I assume Fred Warner's gonna play. I mean, he'll at least try to play. So he even if he might start the game, maybe not finish. But this was tough, man.
It's not tough.
I said this earlier in the year, man. You can't go against the devil in prime time. Oh, okay. So, okay, cool. So Fred Warner will be playing. Cool. So can't go against the devil in prime time, man. The same way Darrell won't pick against Tom Brady, I ain't picking against Aaron Rodgers. I can't do it.
Don't pick against the Hail Mary King. Never do that. I will never do that.
I can't pick against Tom Brady in prime time, bro. The devil will be deviling tonight.
This man is drunk. This man is drunk. Packers. Nobody's picking.
I say Jimmy G this thing up again, like you said, man. I mean, we said it, bro. Jimmy G was gonna try to give the game away. And what makes you think anything is gonna be different this week? Now we have a cup.
I'm gonna tell you, this is what's gonna be different this week is Kyle Shanahan gonna say, hold on, nigga, it's like 1 degree outside. We got 12-mile-per-hour winds. Nigga, we about to run the ball 57 times this game. I don't give a damn. Hey, you know that Trey Lance package we've been waiting on all season? We about to see that motherfucker tonight running the ball. But hey, Trey, get out there and go run that quarterback power, baby. Let's go. Okay? You think Kyle Shanahan about to risk his legacy on Jimmy G's arm? Hell no. Nigga, did you not see when on 3rd and long last week they ran a damn reverse? You can't even trust this man on 3rd and 9 when you got the lead? Oh, no. Nah, bro. Nah. Kyle Shanahan about to have Jimmy G doing this all night. Handoff left, handoff right, baby. All day long. That's what we're going to see. Jimmy. Hey, it's about to look just like that damn You remember when the Patriots and the Bills played and Mac Jones threw the ball like 3 times? It's about to be one of them tonight. Jimmy G about to have like 7 pass attempts tonight. And Kyle Shanahan is not going to let that man blow this damn game because here's the thing. Packers are getting back both Jair Alexander and Zadarius Smith for this game, and also Bakhtiari is supposed to be back playing this game.
Yeah.
All that being said, it's such a matchup problem what the Niners do. One thing, as a Bears fan, here's one thing I can tell you. Packers defense is sweet against the run. They are sweet. That pass defense can be a problem because they have a lot of different ways of shifting coverage around and they bring pressure from different areas, right? So that can be a little bit tricky if your quarterback doesn't necessarily know what they're doing. But if you can run the ball on them, oh, yeah. Look, it's what I was trying to explain to people like Smoke. Mase for years here, which is that Aaron Rodgers don't really all the time come out here and just bust our fucking heads as the Bears. That's not what he does. What happens is that our defense ends up on the field 3/4 of the damn game with him, and then trying to hold down him for 3/4 of the whole time of possession for a game does not work. But if you can take the ball away from him, get him behind early, just like what Tampa did, right? Tampa got his ass behind, and then what happened? He couldn't close it out in the end. Plain out and simple. So if you get plain out and simple, the Niners better run the damn ball. I'm going to say, if Jimmy G come out here and throw the ball more than 13 times, the Niners probably lose. Probably. You can't trust him at this point.
13 is the number.
How can you trust him? Mase, he had Brandon Ayuk wide open last week. That would have sealed the game for them, and he blew it. He just blew the throw. Like, I don't know how you can trust Jimmy G 1% at this point.
Like I said,
I think
I got to shout out old Nick Wright. You know what's in this hand. You don't know what's in this one. So why are you picking this one? Hey, man, that's the perfect way to explain that quarterback situation. You know ain't nothing in here. There might not be nothing in this one. There could be, but you don't know. You know ain't nothing in here. Take the chance.
Look, I'm going to say it. If Jimmy G looked like Mike Glennon, people would not be tolerating his shit this much. I'm going to just say it. He's lucky he's a handsome man. He's lucky. Okay? But, of course, we have still got the games for Sunday, and the early game tomorrow starts off with a very, very big game. I know our boy Smoke is over here biting his nails with this one. We've got Rams at Buccaneers. Mase, who you got?
You know what? I got the Rams because I did pick them to go to the Super Bowl, and I'm not going to back off on that statement. Aaron Donald is still, to me, the ultimate game plan destroyer. I don't care what your game plan is. Aaron Donald is one of few defenders that can change your game plan every single possession. So,
I think Mase is sponsored. I think Mase is sponsored by Quiznos or something right now. I swear, stop betting against Brady. How many times have I been saying this? Stop it. You think the Rams are gonna do something? Come on now. Come on.
They match up well, bro. What you mean? They match up well against that team.
They matched up well with 3 other teams too. See what happened to them. I'm telling you right now. You just
got the Rams. People seem to forget that Odell Beckham Jr. is actually a talented receiver.
Who? He was talented on the Browns too.
But
so looks like I'm the deciding vote here. This is a very hard game for me to pick. The Rams secondary makes me nervous because that back end, now they have to deal with Mike Evans. Yes, I know Goodwin is out. I understand Scotty Miller is not what they need. them to be, and they're kind of playing receiver by committee, right? It's whoever they feel like is the matchup that they can attack. That's pretty much who they're going after week to week, outside of Mike Evans and Grunt consistently being involved. So I would like to pick against the Bucs, but it's hard for me to do because that defense is finally getting healthy. And one of the primary problems that they've had this season is that defense has been so up and down due to bodies being in and out of the lineup. And it's what we talked about, though, Mase, early in the year, like I think it was after week 2, where we saw they just, the injuries were mounting up over and over. Where it was like, hey, if they can still make it happen, this could be a benefit to them, because now they're going to potentially have a lot of these guys coming back down the stretch much fresher than they could have ever dreamed to have been at that time, right? So I think it's a benefit for them. And I cannot trust Matthew Stafford in a big playoff game against a team like this. I think the Bucs are going to have him seeing some ghosts tonight, Mase. And unfortunately, that's going to cost them in the end. Because I still think it's going to be a close game. Because the Rams' defense is still damn good for all the flaws that they have, right? They make a lot of plays, and they stop a lot of drives. Plain out and simple, right? So it should still end up being a close game, but I think Matthew Stafford's going to have a key turnover that's going to cost them in the end, probably in the fourth quarter, that's going to result in the difference in the game being like a one-score game here. So I'm going to have to go Buccaneers. I'm rooting for, the Rams for Smoke's sake, right? Like, Smoke, I ain't rooting against you, dog. Like, I know I'll be cracking on you when y'all be getting your heads caved in by the Niners and shit. I know I'll mess with you too, how the Niners, own y'all boys, but I don't root against you. Right.
I have a bold prediction in this one, though. I think Von's going to be he's going to have a multi-sack performance. The Buccaneers offense is I believe it would the Christian Wolf. Has they ruled him out?
I think he's still going to be out. I think he's going to be
if he's out, that edge in front of him, in front of Brady, that right tackle position is real suspect without Christian Wolf. So as much as they're
saying that him and Jensen practiced yesterday.
As much as I embellish Aaron Donald, I do believe that Von Miller is going to be have the impact performance. This is what they brought him in for. They didn't bring him in to produce in the regular season. They brought him for a game against a Tom Brady, for a game against the Aaron Rodgers. Von's been jonesing to get back on a winning team. So I think this could be his moment. This game and the subsequent game against the Devil could be his I'm still here, baby games. You know what I'm saying?
Fair. And then, of course, the last game of the week that we've got is the Bills and the Chiefs, what many are calling the game of the week. Mase, who you got?
Call me crazy, but I got the Bills here. I think defensively, I just feel like they match up well against them. I can't explain, but I feel it. I feel it, man. The Bills are gonna get this one.
It's funny.
I know you heard that shit, right?
You can't have a rivalry with only one team winning.
I can't explain it, but I just got to feel. I got to feel it.
Every time
that's what you got the feeling, man. This is like I said, you can't have a rivalry between two teams or two players with only one side winning.
Maybe. Darrell, who you got?
I'll go on this one tangent right quick. Every time Mase picks the Bills, he has like a full explanation and stuff. This time he's just like, I'm just chucking it up. Call it a day.
Every time I pick the Bills, they won though. Bet you that.
Hey,
you got lucky. You got lucky.
Wait.
Let's get this.
Mase, by your logic you've used on them all season, they should be going back down in this game.
Maybe their roller coaster is still kind of going up because there really was nothing hindering them from going up, so they might still be going up. You feel me?
You know what? I might pick the Bills because as soon as I pick them, they always lose. So I'm going to pick them. Just on spite. I'm going to pick them.
Straight troll shit.
Because I don't have faith for them. I think this is going to be a rematch Super Bowl. That's what I feel right now. This is the Brady story. This is the ending. This is the retirement. It's the Brady story. That's it. I gotta pick the Bills for them to lose. So I'm gonna pick the Bills. Sorry how it seems, but it is what it is. You know.
You just gotta pick them because you want them to lose, so you gotta pick them.
Yeah, every time I pick them, they ruin a bet.
That's cold-blooded, bruh.
That's cold-blooded? Oh, okay. You picking the Rams was cold-blooded. You made an enemy out of me.
I like it. Here's my thing. Josh Allen has played out of his mind this year. That defense is better than it was. I'm sorry, man. I'm betting on black, baby. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't go against my man Patty Mahomes, dog. Like, I can't do that. Like, how can I be on this show talking about how great Patty is and then pick against my man Patty? Like, what the fuck would I look like? Like, I'm sorry. Look, me and Mase told y'all early this season, he was not playing as bad as what y'all thought. And when all of a sudden these asshole receivers stopped dropping the ball so much and they started turning around, handing it off a little bit more, I said everybody remembered, oh shit, that's right. This dude, Patrick Mahomes, is ridiculously good. He's absurd. All right, so man, you damn right I'm betting on black, baby. Let's go, Patty. Yeah, Patty going back to the Super Bowl, man. I don't know what you even talking about, Mason. I remember when you damn Ravens to come out the damn AFC, and I said, you sure about that? With all them injuries they was having, you was like, I'm gonna pick them. I'm gonna pick them.
I picked them before the injury started because the injuries started in training camp. I picked the Ravens before the injuries even started. That's how long ago that was. Like, man, there was everybody still had all their ACLs attached.
Boy.
But yeah, no. I'm gonna have to go Patrick Mahomes. I think that offense is rolling. The X factor in this game to me, it's who it is majority of the time. Travis Kelce, brother. There's not a person on that team that can guard Travis Kelce. Not a one. Go ahead, put Tre'Davious on him. Go ahead. Do that. Go ahead. Because now what's gonna happen is that Kelce's still gonna get you underneath because he has ways of setting you up on his routes. He's very like it's one thing that I love about him and guys that aren't necessarily the fastest, like a Devontae Adams or DeAndre Hopkins, right? Is that the way they set you up with their techniques is crazy, man. Like, think about the touchdown.
Watching Kelce and Kittle run routes is ridiculous.
Think about the touchdown he had last week. He's running it as if he was going to do a sit down, does a little stutter, takes off, makes it into a crosser. He's gone. Touchdown. It's over. Because the safety can't do that because the safety's trusting his eyes. The safety's looking like, hey, okay, I see. He's getting ready to sit down. That's why he's not running full speed. He's about to sit down on this route. And then this just take off across the field, and you have a quarterback that can just, boom, put it on the money there too.
And you have to respect that curl route because he's such a wide body that if you don't break on it early, you have no chance of breaking up the pass. So it's from watching – It's such a joy to watch him run routes, man. It's just ridiculous the amount of technique per route that he uses. It's not just like, oh, he's just the fastest, the biggest, the strongest. None of that. Like, My man will route you up from anywhere.
It's one thing that is very scary about Kyle Pitts is that this dude routes you up already and just wait till they're think about this, Mase. He was still out here putting up over 100 without Calvin Ridley being there and with having Matty Ice as his quarterback. Imagine if there were some other guys that could actually pull some coverage.
Wasn't he like the first rookie tight end to ever like hit 1,000?
Bro, it was absurd. He's got the rookie receiving yard and receptions record for a tight end. Yeah, because he balled out. But yes,
it's so frustrating that he's stuck in Atlanta in that cesspool of mediocrity. But
it's just, but you know what it's like? You know what it reminds me of, Mase? It's like when Megatron was stuck in Detroit for forever today.
This could definitely be one of those situations where Kyle Pitts puts up ridiculous numbers and has nothing to show for it in 8 years or 9 years.
Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt. So I think that Kansas City, I think Travis has another big game here. And boy, I think they found something there with McKinnon. I think they ended up catching a little bit of fire with him, being finally healthy, being what San Francisco saw when they drafted him, some years ago. This is what they were hoping to see out of this guy, a guy that can be effective with both the run and the pass. I know Will for sure. He was a guy that Will liked, but as soon as he started getting injured, it's kind of, you have to think about it in a matter-of-fact way where it's like, hey, you can't stay on the field, baby. I mean, there's no point in keeping you around. So gotta give them their credit there. So I think this is a Kansas City victory, and I know I kind of gave away the bag already, but you don't know who I'm picking out in the NFC. But yeah, Kansas City going back to the bowl, Mase. I don't give a shit what you talking about. I don't care what you talking about. I'm betting on black. That's right. Hey, Mase, what you want to bet on it?
On what? The game?
Uh-huh. You too, Darrell. You're not getting away scot-free in this. You want to pick Josh Allen too? Hold on a second. I'm not going to let you fellas get away with this. What y'all want to bet on it?
I'm already down bad. I don't need to bet nothing. But my enthusiasm is out the door right now. I've got none.
So, Darrell, what you want to bet? Darrell?
You always want your get back so bad, and you ain't getting it back. I told you it has to be something great, something I'm very confident in. I'm picking the other team because I want them to lose.
Well, speaking of being confident, Darrell.
Oh, here we go.
While we're here, you're talking about being confident. Sir, we have a UFC card for tonight. Yes, that's right. UFC is back tonight, and it's actually a big card. It is UFC 270 with 2 title fights. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, and we're getting another card with 2 title fights. And headlining this card, we have got Francis Ngannou, that man, dude who Darrell hates so much.
I don't hate. I just don't like his antics right now. He's not
versus. And I'm sorry because I know I'm probably butchering this man's name, but Cyril Gane. Okay.
Cyril Gane. That's fuck.
Gane, man. You know what I'm saying? See, I told you I was butchering his name, dog. Like what you supposed to be the name guy here, Darrell. Okay. Terrell's the name guy on regular ITC. You gotta be the name guy here. I be fucking names up. It ain't me.
Well, mate, he put that little thing on top of the E when he said
the little. I think isn't it called like a
accent
or something?
It's called an accent, fool. It's called an accent.
I'm like, what? What's going on here? Oh boy. See, I know you full of hate. You already over here giving this man weird names. You say, I'm gonna pick Francis.
I'm not hating, look, bro. I do not hate on brothers. You know that. You know, I make it a rule to not come on here and be hating on brothers like that. That's not what I do, man. So, but with the other main event fight, the co-main event is Brandon Moreno versus Davidson Figuero. Okay, you saw. I had to think about it. Like, I say this man's name. But this is a trilogy. This is the third fight in the trilogy for them. So that should be a very exciting card. But we need to start towards the bottom of the card and of at least the main event card to make some picks here. So Darrell, my man, all that you've been talking may come to fruition this week, buddy. All right, so we're going to start here. Darrell, who you got here? Michael Morales versus Trevin Giles.
I gotta look at this. You bringing up the cards like
who you got? Oh my goodness!
I
gotta look at this.
I gotta look at that.
Hey,
like,
you see, man? Now you listen, listeners. And everybody looking at the shit on YouTube. I just want y'all to see this. This is why I say Darrell is full of shit when we be talking fights, because he forgets how many times I'm right, but he just remembers the 2 lucky ass times he didn't get right. Oh my goodness, 2 times he got lucky.
I'm picking Michael.
Whoa, is Darrell?
I'm picking Michael. I'm picking Michael. Picking Michael.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I picked the undefeated fighter. Yeah, I picked the undefeated fighter. I'm picking undefeated fighters. That's what I'm doing. This is the train of the card is gonna be. I'm gonna pick undefeated fighters.
Mase, who you got, bro?
See, he's looking too. See, he's not.
I'm picking the brother, man. I'm picking black dude, bro. You got me messed up. I'm picking Giles.
All right. For me here, I'm gonna go Giles, and the reason why I believe that.
Wait a second. Is this a catch weight?
No, it's a welterweight fight.
It's a welterweight fight, but the guy's a middleweight.
But he's fighting at welterweight.
I know. He's a middleweight going down. Like going down. I'm not going to pick the guy that's not in that weight class. Why would I do that?
It's your choice. But regardless, I'm taking Giles here. I think the fact that he's going to actually end up coming in as the bigger man here is going to play to his advantage. I know he doesn't have the reach, but hey, when you can start leaning on someone and putting that weight on them over the course of a 3-round fight, tends to work out for you pretty well here. Moving forward here, we've got Cody Stamann versus Said Nurmagomedov.
You ain't even gotta say nothing else. His brother fought bears, so I assume he fought bears. I'm picking Said.
Yeah, is that really a choice?
Listen, bro. As soon as you're associated with somebody that wrestles bears, I assume that you are. Listen, man. Khabib wrestled a bear, and that's his little brother. So I assumed he wrestled the same said bear. I'm sorry, bro. Ain't no way. I'm never gonna pick against the dude that wrestled a bear under no circumstances ever.
Can't pick against the last name. Can't pick against the last name.
For me, I think Said is starting to figure some things out here, so I'm gonna have to go Said here. Moving forward, oh my lord.
The backflip champ.
We have got
the backflip champ. He's on backflipping off the scales.
Moving forward here, we have got one of I believe this is one of Darrell's favorites here, if I remember correctly. Michael Pereira. Damn it, I couldn't even get it all the way out. I was gonna play like Michael Pereira was one of your favorites, but I couldn't do it. All right, Michael Pereira versus Andre Fialho. I think that's how you say it. I don't even know who the hell Andre Fialho is, to be honest with you. So I can't pick that man. I'm gonna just go with Michael Pereira. That's a dude who I know. Darrell, who you got?
Yeah, I'm picking Michael. He's gonna probably bring some steam in there. You know, he's gonna do some fancy wombo combo, little video game moves. He's gonna be taunting in the freaking ring.
Combo. These are some big welterweights, bro. Like they're both over 6 foot tall. But you know what, man? I'm gonna go with Andre. I don't know much about him, but if old dude comes out here all flashy, I feel like he gonna get that flash KO. He gonna take a L.
He's on a 3-fight win streak right now. You gonna go against that?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
See, I can't.
He only got 2 names. We good.
We only got 2 names.
Goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, this guy, bro. Again with the names, bro. Again with this.
I have no problem if he had more than 2 names. Hey, my rule. The more names he's got, hey, he's got more to fight for.
Oh my God. Do you hear this, dude? Do you
Get
hear
this guy
him?
out here.
Do you hear him? Bruh. Oh my goodness. This guy is.
We gotta give him Monopoly. He's just getting bitter and bitter. You gotta give it to him.
All right. And moving forward, it's just shenanigans, bro. Moving forward here into our 2 co-main events here. We have got Davidson Figuero versus Brandon Moreno. Now, for those that don't know, the first fight ended with Moreno still walking out as the champion. The second fight, I'm sorry, Figuero walked out as the champion. Moreno then in the second fight tapped out Figuero with a very, very nice rear naked choke. It was actually, had to give him credit. It was very smooth the way that he did it. He took advantage of a very small opening that was left and refused to let it go. And so now they are going to have the third fight. Both of those first 2 fights could easily be in there for fights of the year, both of them, because they were extremely exciting on both parts. The first more than the second for sure. But Darrell, who you got?
We going with the assassin baby. Brandon Moreno. we're gonna go with that boy. That man is on pure confidence. I believe in his skills. That man is not flinching. This man keeps on talking the same rah-rah bullshit, and he got tapped out, and he looks gassed out. This man only relies on the first round. First round, he wants the gun and everything else. His last excuse was him being sick. He was throwing up all over the place. That's why he didn't perform last time. But obviously, can't use those type of excuses. You just pull out or something if you're feeling that sick. You wouldn't take that L or something like that. But other than that, yeah, Brandon. Sorry. I almost went in a rant. Almost. You got it. Who you got, Mase?
I'm going with I'm going with Moreno, man. He's Mexican, dog. I'm just put it straight up to you like that, bro. He ain't gonna lose.
What is the logic?
Where is the logic?
My man has a whole country on his back right now. He ain't losing. He said that first L was a fluke. My man coming out there, guns a blazing. Second round, Dunzo. He's putting him out in the second.
Wow, that's a pretty bold ass pick there, Mesa. I'm gonna have to go Davidson Figuero, and the reason why is this much.
Don't say because he trained with Henry Cejudo. Please do not.
No. I think he realized the error in his decision to not be as aggressive as he normally is in the first round when he came out. I think he sat back too much and allowed Moreno to really get comfortable and start finding his range and staying with that range. Man, I rewatched that second fight about a week ago just to like refresh my mind on it. And bruh, he just let him piece him up for a good round before he actually really started throwing anything. So I think he's going to take a different approach. It may cost him. You may be right on this, Darrell. It may end up costing him in the end. He does not have the best gas tank, but he's one of those little dudes that's like, man, when he hits you, it's like he's hitting you with the whole beef slab upside your head, So
I just see problems in it. I just see problems in his guard. And like you see Brandon Moreno, and you know how like everybody has their signature guard and their movement. Like, you have Dominic Cruz. He has his little skip step, like Brandon Moreno got that freaking hang on glove. Like, I know you're going to hit me, but I'm just going to come out and just like take every shot you did, because remember that man took all his power shots. And then when you feel like the man's power shots are getting weak, it's full fair game after that. Because his best shot is a shot that is not going to be seen. That's Davidson's problem. He needs to get that shot. He can't get the shot that Brandon just sees you hit him. Like, that's not happening.
But that's the thing, though. That's where I disagree with you. Moreno's all of his shots are that shot. That he throws everything with such ill intentions that he only has to hit you with one of them, right? And that's, if anything, that's what causes his gas tank to go out. Like in the first fight against Moreno, right? That's what caused it. Is that all of his punches are thrown like, I'm trying to punch through your face and through your body. I'm trying to leave a hole. Like he's trying to one punch man you with every punch. One punch! Like every time. That's what he's on. You know what I'm saying? So
I'll give the one punch method to freaking Francis because he does not learn. He does not learn. That's one person that doesn't learn about the punches. I think Davidson has more control probably now because probably Henderson probably like gave him like some type of, after working with him and stuff, like he probably learned some good stuff about his little like his control. But we'll see if his control is actually good tonight. But other than that, I would just say Brandon just on confidence level because he can't even play mind games right at this point. His bag is gone. That bag is gone.
I'm gonna take it with the dude with the crazy Dennis Rodman hair. Every time, if you got crazy Dennis Rodman hair, I'm bound to have to like take you in and pick you at some point because I think you're just crazy and you're bound to do something crazy at some point. So I'm gonna go with him. But no, I think he's also a stupendous fighter that now being a third fight, I believe he has a chance. And to be honest with you, wouldn't be surprised to see this fight go all 5 rounds, and then we have to see fight number 4 out of these guys because they're close. No matter what's been said by both me and Darrell here, both of them dudes, look, Brandon Moreno was almost finished in the first fight. Figuero got finished in the second fight. Like, they can both finish each other, so we're going to see here. But now, to the man that Darrell's been hating on for over 6 months solid, been just hating. Everything he has to say about this man has been negative. I got too crazy. Hold on, I knocked the camera down. I'm sorry, people. I got too crazy. I got a little too excited. You see what it did? I fucked everything all up. Yeah, you see that? You see that? Fucked everything. I got too excited. But the man he been hating on for over 6 months. 6 months. We have got Francis Ngannou defending his title tonight. Darrell, who you got? You better not say Francis, nigga. You better not.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm going to pick the range controlled, the smart fighter, the technical fighter, the person that does not go down, the undefeated Zero Gun. That's what I'm going with because that's my confidence right there. The only way he's getting hit with a punch if that man just get off his game plan. But that man
what you want to bet it?
You're not betting with me with that fight.
Come on, you're so confident.
I tell you the fight I'm going to bet on. You gonna read?
No, you so confident.
You
see? I didn't really want to bet on that news fight, but I did it for the show's sake. Okay, I didn't really want to bet on that.
You told me
I bet on like that.
You told me you betted on that Nunes fight because you thought I was really drunk and Amanda Nunes was on a tear.
So again, you over here saying Francis ain't got it. He about to get range control. Put your money where your mouth is, fool. What's happening?
So you gonna tell me that Francis got range control and he just throw punches accuracy?
Francis don't need range control because all he got to do is hit you with one of them damn meat hooks and it's night-night. Everybody go night-night. Hey, let me ask you something. How'd that range control work out for Stipe?
No, I was rooting against that. I don't like Stipe. That man already has CT and he's denying that shit. That man, you ever heard that man talk in an interview? It is painful to hear. It is very painful. Like, he wants to get back in the ring with Francis. He's crazy.
Stop trying to sidetrack.
I'm not sidetracking.
My guy, what you trying to bet?
do I want to bet? I don't know. I'm not that confident. This is a heavy. I'll bet on the Israel fight before I bet on this fight. You know what? I'm not gonna bet on this.
You see this?
I'm not.
Just a
I'm just not.
cowardly lion over here, boy. Like, nigga, need to send your ass skipping down the yellow brick road so you can go get your heart and get some courage, nigga. Because this is ridiculous, okay? This is ridiculous.
I might have to. You know what? There ain't no yellow brick road, so I'm gonna be waiting for a while. So I'm good.
See that? You see how he's scared, Mase? You see that? He's super scared because he knows what's going to happen. He know when he won that bet, he knew, oh God, the betting guys are gonna come back and get me real bad. Because every time I want to talk shit to this man, every other time I'll be losing. Like when he was backing Conor McGregor. He be talking that bullshit, right? And he lose. He's like, oh yeah, then let me get this dub. I gotta sit on this for a while because I'm about to catch a horrible L the next time I bet with this man.
If I bet, what's on the line? What's really on the line? Really
what you want to bet, Darrell?
And I'm just asking, what's on the line?
I would love to see Darrell the clown in here tonight. I'm just saying, baby, like, hey, all's fair, baby.
Nah, you fit that look really good. I don't want to take that.
Boy, you see the fear in a Mase, all that fear. Boy, you don't wear fear very well, Darrell. It looks bad. You know what I'm saying? It looks bad on you. It's not a good color on you.
It's not fear. It's just the fact that it's not heavyweight bouts are hard.
I would tell you something. I'm picking Francis in 1 minute and 45 seconds, first round. He's slaying this man.
You want to do this? How about this?
Shadow realm.
Now I'm picking a winner or loser.
No,
we can bet on time. We can bet on time.
We can bet on time. I ain't betting on no time.
Listen, okay. if you are holding off making plans Sunday morning, go ahead and make them, because if you want to go to brunch Sunday morning, go ahead and go, because Francis is putting this man to sleep early.
He's the underdog too.
Hey, look.
I don't care what he is. Have you seen underdog? All you gotta do is hit him in one of them fucking sledgehammers, and it's a wrap. It don't matter which one, the left or the right. It don't matter which one. Facts. All it takes is one.
Facts.
Yeah. Okay, how about this? He wins. He does his boxing thing. I'll bet on the Tyson Fury Francis fight.
Oh man, get the hell out of my face, dog. The cowardly lion strikes again, dog. Hey, I'm gonna make it very simple for y'all. Look at me right now. Look at my face. I want y'all to look right into my eyes. Okay, you see that? Francis Ngannou about to dog walk this man. He about to dog walk him. Plain out simple, knockout. It ain't that hard. Darrell over here scared. Unlike him, I'm willing to say it plain on. He gonna knock him out. You gonna have Chris Tucker run up in that motherfucker. You just got knocked the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be one of them, baby. You have Daniel Cormier and Joe Rogan and all these niggas over there. It's gonna be one of them.
I'm mad. Mase really did the face. He really did the face. He really did.
Oh god!
Oh my gosh!
I don't know what to do it over. Next thing you gotta be.
That's what happened when Amanda Nunes is lost. 100%. What
did I just say, bro? Sledgehammer. I even called a punch. It's gonna be an uppercut. I'm calling the punch.
But we would be remiss if we didn't always tell you what's got into the mind of a madman. Each and every week, we bring you a trip into the mind of a madman. This is, ladies and gentlemen, Mase's Madness.
So I've had some time to digest, and here's a few things that I would like to let Cowboy fans understand. Like we have to come to terms with this. We can't get too high, get too low. We just have to come to terms with a few things. One, we're probably not going to truly win as long as Jerry Jones is still the general manager, president, and owner. Let's just start there. That's a lot. That's a lot for one person. Hey man, you let me go. You let me go through this. I gotta process this all, man. But it's
I didn't even say nothing. I just had to laugh. I just had to show Darrell like, yo, we right here, Darrell. We right here.
listen though, like it's a real thing. Like I'm like legitimately, there's no accountability from a team building standpoint with the Cowboys. It's whatever I put out there, you have to make it work. And you look at any other job in the NFL, you have a small window to get it right as far as team building goes before you're out of there. And the fact that Dallas doesn't have that that mechanism in their franchise, it is to a greater detriment, because now there is no fear of losing your job from being wrong. There is no fear of it's permanent job security, because Jerry Jones isn't going to fire himself. Perfect example of this is I want to say a day or two ago, Jerry Jones got on because he has a weekly radio show. Like, what owner has a weekly radio show about their team? None, but Jerry Jones. He got on there. He was saying he was frustrated with Amari Cooper's contract and his production. You paid him, because you're the general manager. You're also the president of football operations, which means you signed off on the team building a offensive heavy team. You signed off on giving them all the money, and you're the owner, so you signed the checks. What are you really frustrated about? You did all of this. You did everything about this team has your fingerprints on it. What do you have to be frustrated with? I do not get it. You're mad at yourself. That's what you're really mad at. But you can't say you're mad at yourself because your ego is about the size of AT&T Stadium. I'm tired of it. Number two, second thing we have to understand, Mike McCarthy's probably coming back. So, and Kellen Moore. So we don't really have anything to be excited about. We probably still win the division because I don't see any other team just getting drastically better. Like I said, the Eagles overperformed, but I don't see them as a threat in the division. So we'll still win the division. There'll still be that little hype of making the playoffs again, but there's nothing to be excited about. Number three, we have 21 unrestricted free agents. And we have 6 players on our roster currently taking up about 75% of our roster. Salary cap. Those 6 players, Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott, Amari Cooper, Zach Martin, Tyron Smith, and DeMarcus Lawrence. So that means our team is probably going to be constructed in the same manner of trying to get guys coming off of injuries, they were probably on the couch for a better part of this season, trying to get them in, and hopefully they overperform, because let's be honest here, KZ, Keanu Neal, both of them were coming off of Achilles injury. So, I mean, they came in on one leg just hoping for a shot to play again. Nobody expected Jaron Kearse to produce the way he did. We were lucky Van Der Esch was healthy. We have no money to pay Gallup. Randy Gregory proved why he doesn't need to get paid anymore. I don't expect this team to be better or as good as it was this year. I think some real tough roster cuts are gonna have to be made. Like I understand, like the Jalen Smith one was written on the wall. We knew he was out the door the moment they drafted Parsons. We knew he was gonna be the collateral damage. But they've seriously got to cut the fat off of this team this offseason if they plan on having any future success, like any near future success, because this team isn't going to be as good next year as it was this year. I'm going to be honest with you. You can't expect to sign guys for that low you can't expect to sign guys for a bag of chips and expect them to perform like they're eating steaks every night. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't do it. So this is, as I'm telling all the Cowboy fans right now, don't expect much. Probably still win the division because it's trash, but don't expect much. Please don't let Jerry Jones sell you nothing. If he roll up on you in a white van saying things are going to be better, blow the van up. We are not here for it. I'm not having it this year.
You sound very upset, Mase. You sound very, very.
I'm not with none of it. Mike McCarthy's coming back. Kellen Moore's probably coming back. Dan Quinn can probably pick his job right now. We're not having a good time over here. Not one bit. Somebody got to lose their job this over the offseason. Zeke over there running on. Apparently, Zeke had a PCL tear for half the season.
Oh, so
why are you playing on one leg, my boy?
That's why he
was. Who did that
slow?
help? Who did that help? Who did playing on one leg help?
Well, weren't we talking about someone that had a prosthetic?
My point exactly. Who does playing injured help? I don't get it.
He could sub his leg.
Like I said, this team will not look as good. We still got Mike McCarthy. That should tell you everything you need to know about how well this team is going to perform next year. Jerry Jones is still the general manager and the president and the owner.
He's so upset. He's so upset, bro.
Listen, man.
What too?
I don't ever wish bad things on people, but Jerry Jones' health needs to decline just a touch so he can retire.
Wow.
Well, wow.
Like a retirement. Not like a Jerry Jones is on life support, but like, you know what, man, I can't keep getting up and doing this.
As soon as he says that, right? And then he gets off that plan, right? And then some other guy comes in and starts wrecking that team. Then he's gonna say, I wish I didn't say that about Jerry Jones.
I wish I still had Jerry.
Listen, the only good thing about Jerry Jones having all of that say-so, I guess, is the fact that he can always finagle the cap. He can always find a little bit of change in his back pocket to create some cap space. I mean, other than that, man, there's really no benefit to having one person have that much power and nobody there to really supersede his decisions.
Get T.O. Put T.O. back on the team.
Done with this nigga Darrell, boy.
It literally goes back to the how can Jerry Jones be mad at Amari Cooper for the amount of money he makes and his amount of production? How can you be mad at that? Explain. How can you be upset at a man for making $20 million a year and not producing? When you were the one that signs his contracts, you were the one that decided to give him $20 million a year. How can you be mad?
I'm not gonna lie, all that quietness that he had earlier, Now I see why he saved it here.
I mean,
Football
and
team
now let's actually go back to these players now. Let's talk about them for a second. Ain't no way
Jesus.
I'm Amari Cooper and CeeDee Lamb, and I'm not flipping any bleachers on the sideline during that game. Because listen, my boy, if I'm 1-on-1 with anybody, you better throw me the damn ball. I don't care who out there. If I'm 1-on-1 with anybody, I don't care what the play is. I don't care what the call is. None of that. Hey, I'm open. Troy Aikman made a great statement. He still
got more.
He made a great statement. Him, Michael Irvin, and Emmitt Smith used to always, before they were like, "Hey, bro, if we don't make no plays, we going home." How in the world can the role players make more plays than the stars? Zeke had like 35 yards. How? I think CeeDee Lamb had 2 catches, maybe. Amari Cooper had a garbage time touchdown, because I'm calling it a garbage time touchdown because y'all let the game go in the first quarter. That was all garbage time after that. I mean,
he's angry.
You know what? Cowboys need to do the Eagles treatment. Why don't they just do what the Eagles do? Shuffle their cards all day and then refresh. Why don't they do that?
Because
the same cards. That's the gesture for shuffling cards. Now is this Darrell? Okay.
Because the same person that's shuffling the cards is the ones dealing the deck. Jerry Jones. It don't matter how you shuffle them when it's the same person giving you the same cards.
They're fucked either way. So I'm just saying, you can't be branching franchise on two players, and then after a while, it just turns into the whole sad story.
Almost 75, and then not even to mention Lyle Collins' contract, and he is sometimey. So you're probably looking at close to 80% of of Dallas's salary cap in 7 players. Let's add Lyle Collins in there because he makes a good amount of money as well. So now you've got this much cap space to fill 21 roster spots. Everybody ain't coming off an Achilles injury needing a check.
Well,
everybody ain't gonna overperform their bag of Doritos.
You do bring up this cap a lot. So if the cap, let's say for example, if the cap was really more, instead of having major stars and having more talent, you take the more talent than the freaking stars?
With as many people that you need to perform to be a successful football team, you need to be able to spread that out. Like, I understand you got to pay your quarterback. Like, Dak got his money. Congratulations. But D-Law ain't done nothing for his checks. Somebody tried to tell me Zeke wasn't washed at the beginning of the season, but you didn't make a good case for yourself, my boy. You ran on one leg for God knows what reason, because you know Tony Pollard about to take your job. So hey, bro, I got to stay out there because somebody about to take my job. That's really what it came down to. He didn't want Tony Pollard to take his job, so he ran out there with one leg for half a season.
That's talented work right there.
You done ranting about the Cowboys now? You look, we got a whole offseason for you to do this. We got a whole NFL offseason for you to rant and rave about the fucking cap rule, about all this. Nigga,
I had to get it off my chest, man.
You just spent the last 10 minutes of our lives talking about this fucking Cowboy team that you know was gonna do exactly what they did and cowboy it up. I don't know why you trying to act surprised.
let me put the nail in the coffin. How many players from your team going to the Pro Bowl?
1,
Too many.
2, 3, 4.
No, I think they got. No, they sent like 7, 8 dudes to the Pro Bowl this year.
Hey, good luck. Good to them. Good trip to Las Vegas for them.
Yeah, it's so stupid. They send like 10, 12 dudes to the Pro Bowl, but where you're sitting at in January, my boy, on the couch, wait. You got your plane ticket to go to Hawaii. Do they even have it in Hawaii anymore? So what's the point of even going?
It's in Las Vegas this year.
Yeah, I'm pull out. I ain't going to that shit. Let me sit at home. I'm going on vacation.
What
I look like letting Deebo Samuel run all over me and then going to the Pro Bowl just to see Deebo Samuel back there like, hey, my boy, you're going to dap him up after he did that. Y'all better fight him in the lobby of the hotel. Then I might be excited for next year. I need y'all to fight somebody this offseason.
That would be great. They try harder in the Pro Bowl than they did regular season.
Well, now we know, ladies and gentlemen, what are the after effects of when you get drunk on that Cowboy Kool-Aid? You end up like this. But that was another trip into the mind of a madman. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Mase's Madness, or we might as well just call this one Mase Rants about the Cowboys. That's why they call it that. But, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you again for tuning in with us. Mase, tell the people where to find you, all your socials.
Listen. I don't even know if I want y'all to find me this week, man, because I can't see no more of this nonsense. But,
wow.
Like I said, if you got some good vibes to send me, I need it. Hit me up on Twitter at funky_stuff09. Instagram, Nindaime Summer, or just stop by. Tell me it's going to be all right on Twitch. Twitch.tv/Swaggy Mase.
Please send him cowboy memes. Please, I would appreciate it. Darrell, tell the people where to find you at.
Low Elo Janitor at Twitch. You know what? We need to stream the Monopoly game. The final Monopoly game needs to be streamed on Twitch.
Hey, look, we could do that, but you know what I'm saying? We already know. I am your king.
Shut that bullshit up. Anyway, I'll resurrect the Twitter and Instagram. I can't stand you. You're not the champ. You fighting for the interim belt. That's what you doing right now. You Cody Rhodes right now.
Nigga, please. Nigga, please. All right. If anything, Mase would be fighting for an interim belt because he'd finally get his first win, okay? I have a dub under my name, nigga. I don't know about you.
I'm fighting for my life over here right now.
But you guys know where to find me at JSpanderman everywhere. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook at ITC. It's Inside the Cage, I think. Well, that's what it is. Inside the Cage, you'll see the ITC logo there. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Twitch and all this other good stuff at JSpanderman. You'll see my pretty face or the ITC logo pop up like always. But ladies and gentlemen, we thank you again for tuning in with us and all of our hardcore supporters. We appreciate you guys tuning in with us every week here. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, this was again another episode of ITC Sportsball. Woo! We got it, bitch. Suck it.